the afternoon keynote. We have three great speakers. Tom from Microsoft's going to kick us off. We have Bhusan from Fujitsu, and then absolutely the most important person will be coming towards the end of the breakout. Jackie from AdvanSix is going to be here on stage as well. I'll let them do the proper introductions, but it's going to be a really, really great breakout full of information about what they've done. And let's start that right away. Tom, please join me on stage. Tom Blankenhorn from Microsoft, thank you very much for being with us.
It puts us back and centers us on why we're here today. All of our badges around our necks today speak to the partnership with Fujitsu. And some of us just created this partnership. Anybody been working with Fujitsu less than a year? No? Okay, a few. Some have been married like Microsoft Fujitsu for over 30 years. And this slide only highlights like 15, 16 years of that partnership. You see it went from all the way from alliances gone through all the way to artificial intelligence. Who knows where we're going to go? But at the end of the day, what I hope that you understand is that that partnership between Fujitsu and Microsoft is strong, and it's only going to continue to grow as we go forward. So to help double click a little bit more on that story of our partnership, a story of simplifying, modernizing, digitizing, and operationalizing, I'd like to invite my new friend to the stage, Mr. Bhusan.
Thank you very much. It's a real honor to be here today. So before I get started though, I have some real business to take care of. And sorry, this was not part of the plan. As I was sitting here, I just received a text from my daughter, so I got to do something. Over here, how many of you have children that are either a middle schooler or younger? Several of you. You can absolutely relate to what I'm going to say. So I love pictures, right? So and my daughter and my son, so I have a daughter who is a middle schooler, my son is a high schooler, and I take picture to the next tent, they just get irritated, especially my daughter. And so while she knew I was going to be doing this speech, she just texted me saying that, Dad, I challenge you, you take a selfie on the stage while you're here. So, and I cannot fail. So what I'm going to try to do is ask you to wave your hand, give your best smile you can, and I try to take a quick selfie. And I'm much more digitally savvy than my friend Richard over here. So let's try this, okay? All right. All right, no, I equally love you guys too. Fantastic. Let me quickly send this to my daughter and say, I win. All right. So now that that's out of the way, again, I think we are living in a very, very exciting time of our lives. I think one of the best times in human history. The world is just changing so rapidly. Companies are disrupting the marketplace like never before. But what's also happening is tremendous amount of new opportunities and possibilities are just emerging. However, here's some statistics where it says is 7 out of every 8 digital transformation initiatives fail. That's a pretty scary number. The problem is most of the customers are really not transforming. Instead, what they're trying to do is they're attempting to transform by wedging new mobile applications or engagement layers on top of existing old brittle infrastructure. Honestly, this is not digital transformation. The good news is that you all are here over here today, and Fujitsu can help you transform with confidence. Digital technology is reshaping every single industries, and companies are really driving forward on their digital transformation journey for 2 reasons. One, just to survive, and then to be successful in this new digital era. With a shared vision with Microsoft, like my friend Tom shared, Fujitsu and Microsoft together are jointly helping clients globally to bring their dream transformation solutions to a reality. And just like I was taking this picture, really digital technology has changed all our lives. It has changed fundamentally how it connects people, how it connects families, how it connects companies, how in fact it connects the entire world. Again, I'm Bhusan Chand. I've been in this industry for over 25 years. I've been with Fujitsu for over 16 years. My prime responsibility all of these years have been really to work closely with customers, helping them with their transformation journey, and partners like Tom to help make this possible. So the market has clearly shifted from a solution selling model to a co-creation model. No one vendor or partner might have all the answers to the solutions today. It's critical in this co-creation approach that you really think big, but you have to think like a startup company so that you can try out new concepts quickly, fail fast, ultimately to succeed and be able to scale fast. So that's a very key concept in this new co-creation model. The co-creation is, for many people, there's a misconception. Co-creation is not about having a customer advisory board on steroids or a clever sales tactics. It truly is about jointly creating value for your customers and vendors, because it is the new way how you can survive and be successful in this environment. So it's really about blending your business experience along with digital technologies. And then the key aspect of this is bringing your partner ecosystem together in order to drive new value for all your customers and to this world. In this digital co-creation approach, we must think the solution from a customer's point of view. What truly is going to be fulfilling a need? What truly makes an experience stand out? In this new digital transformation age, it's all about experience. Customer experience is the key. People are expecting immediate gratification. If you are not able to solve those key solutions, you will be left behind. Now let me talk a little bit about how Fujitsu is bringing these solutions to the marketplace. There are 4 key value propositions how we bring our solutions and help our customers. The first one is simplify. This is where we look at your existing application landscape and the infrastructure, help evaluate what you've already got in place, and create a roadmap for you for the future. The key differentiation that we bring to the marketplace in this space is around considering how can we leverage the best of the investments that you already have in place, but not compromising in the direction and the journey that your organization need to be in the future. The second one is around modernize. This is where we help modernize or migrate your environment from a legacy, when I say legacy, mainframe, mid-range platform, to a cloud-ready platform. Or we could help you bring from an existing on-prem solution to a cloud. The cloud could be private, public, or a hybrid solution. And this is where we bring in our unique IPs, our tool sets, which really helps make us deliver this faster, better, cheaper, and because we are able to automate a lot of this solution to help read what's existing in this place and then help you migrate over a lot more risk-free. The third value proposition is around optimize. Not only we are able to help you advising your roadmap to the cloud, bring you over to the modern platform, but we can also help you manage and maintain your environment on an ongoing basis in a managed services model. The unique thing around this area is, again, about optimization. So we continue to look at your business processes, how can we continue to improve the efficiency, help make things better, and this is where we bring in our automation tools. This is where we bring in robotics. This is where we bring in our digital workers. The sole idea behind this is to ensure that we are able to continue to simplify your processes, make things better, be able to do more with less, so that we can find within your IT spend more money to be spent towards more strategic initiatives around the digital technologies that you might want to be implementing. So the next one is digitalize. This is where we truly help your organization become a more global, mobile, and social company. So this is where we look at how can we collaborate with you in a co-creation approach, enabling you to implement more of the digital technology so that you're ready for the years ahead and be flourishing in this industry. So as you can see in this space over here, what we do is able to support you end-to-end, where we start with the advisory services, help you modernize, optimize your operations, and continue to make you more digital savvy organization. Next, I'm actually very thrilled to announce about this today. Today, we are launching, and I should say we have launched, a Microsoft Azure Assessment Program in collaborations with Microsoft. So thanks to Microsoft for partnering with us along with this. And this is a 6 weeks assessment program, which is packaged very well with this thorough set of deliverables that really helps evaluate your existing current state, help build a roadmap for your future state, which could be either, again, public, private, or a hybrid cloud solution. We look at your current environment and help create a ROI and a business case that's specific for your organization. So this is a wonderful opportunity for clients that are still in the process of trying to understand their roadmap for the cloud, or are hesitant in making a decision, or are challenged in creating a business value that you want to push forward with. Now, we're truly committed in the North American market to help our customers drive them successfully in their digital transformation journey. And to showcase that, we decided at Fujitsu that we will bring this solution to the US at no charge. And so it is a 6 weeks program, something valued around $100,000. So I'll highly encourage you to look at that and see if you qualify to avail this particular opportunity. We are working with our partners in Canada, so we should be able to launch this service in Canada pretty shortly. Moving on, the next one is actually a story very close to me. I was personally very involved with this client, County of San Diego. This is an account where they had old legacy mainframe environment. You see a name over there called as Juris. The County of San Diego was leveraging a system called the Juris. The Juris is a criminal case management system. As the name states, it really comprised with a whole bunch of internal and external applications that comprised with all kinds of sensitive information that is really critical for the judicial system over there. The operations really have to be round the clock, around the year, so you couldn't really afford to have any downtime. The system was built on the IBM mainframe in the late 1970s. And as you can imagine, over the 40 years time frame, they have all kinds of complicated logics go in and all kinds of solutions that they had built in. The solution works great for them, but it was becoming increasingly difficult to manage this. It was becoming incredibly expensive to even make a change or continue to support this environment. To be more specific, they really are down to about 3 resources that they have left that really understood anything about the environment. So it's a very, if you are the CIO of an organization like that, it's a very scary feeling because anything goes down, you do not know if it's going to come back properly. To make a simple change was becoming an enormous effort out there. And there were 3 CIOs to make it more complicated because the same environment was used by the department of the sheriff, the courts, and the attorney's office. So as you can imagine, the complexity was even multiplied over there. Fujitsu was able to support and help them modernize from this legacy mainframe platform in a highly automated fashion to a cloud-ready platform. This was an amazing success. And I must mention that the client actually tried twice in the past without any success. So they were even more worried about what to do with this. Sam Georges is the CIO of the DA office out there. Unfortunately, he's not able to join us here today because of scheduling conflicts. However, to make his presence felt in the room, I would like to play a short audio from a recent interview that he did. And let me share this. It's a little bit of amateur audio because we were doing this at his office while he was still trying to work. But he was in a much more relaxed mode now. Now that the product, this project is live, he was relaxing. So if you hear a little bit of background noise, that's what was going on. Richard thought he was having some chips while we were doing it, but let's roll on the audio. Can you help roll on the audio, please? Okay.
So my name is Osama Georges. I'm the CIO for the District Attorney's Office, and I'm one of the main partners for the Juris mainframe project. What I appreciate about Fujitsu, you wanted to deliver the proper product regardless. It's not about, oh, I'm contracted for so much, and unless you do a change request, I'm not going to move on. No, you are very flexible, and you wanted to deliver a good product, and that's what you did. Amazingly great. You know, if I was going to be creating it, just because I'm a perfectionist and I would never give anybody 100%, I would probably say 99% successful, which is great for any project. There's no project that is 100%. It shows in not getting calls from my consumers, my customers. We have a big 1,200 user office, and then the sheriff is probably double, if not more, and then the court. And so we don't hear a lot, and that talks to the success of the project. I think you guys have the experience and you guys have the skills to help us in our next stage. You guys worked on it. You got your hands really dirty, and you know the project inside out. So I think if we want to move anywhere to change, the way it operates and interacts, I think you would be the best fit to lead us into that next phase. I was concerned because there were so many working parts. You change this, you might break this, you remove this, you will break a bunch of things over here. But again, the delivery was great, and we had a problem here and there, but the big picture is we got off it. Expenses are a lot less, and I think we're more in control of where we want to go next. That's the most important thing.
Right.
We were not in control of what we were doing. We were at the mercy of the vendor. Now we control it. We can decide when and where and what to do.
All right. Thank you again, and sorry for the background noise, but I think he has some really wonderful things to say, and I can't stop myself using that over there. Again, really proud and lucky to be partnered with a company and an organization like that. So next, I'd like to talk about another success story. This is around Office 365. So I'm assuming, everybody in this room, every organization is either thinking about moving to Office 365 or is already moved over there. If you've not done that journey, I'm sure it's coming, and you should seriously think about it. We really have the story that I'm talking about here. I do not have the client name, but this is a large industrial automation technologies company that's based here in the US. They're about a $6.5 billion company, over 30,000 people, employees. They support about 80 different countries. And this company had all kinds of disparate collaboration systems set up across all their different locations. They had about over 5,000 SharePoint sites, 700 plus Lotus Notes databases, over 3 terabytes of data. And to make it even complicated, they had all kinds of SharePoint versions that they were using, custom applications, and it was costing them a lot to manage and support that. Not only that, it was also making them not the most efficient organization, because anytime they were trying to find information, it was not equally loaded in all the environments, and this was a problem. So they've been trying to find the best platform that they could avail to help bring all of their collaboration tools together into a single consolidated place, and also find a way how they could do this in a much more efficient manner. So we helped do this. It was, again, another very successful project. The reason I wanted to highlight this is by implementing this, they were able to save $17 million. So again, it could free up additional revenue for your additional initiatives, and this is something that each one of you should seriously consider to look forward. For my next session over here, again, I'd like to invite Jackie is already here, over here. So, yeah. So, just wanted to mention a brief about Jackie again. You know, I've known Jackie for a little over 2 years now. Jackie has been with AdvanSix as the CIO over there, leading the IT services, and she's done a phenomenal job in helping the organization set forward in their future journey. And she came from Honeywell. AdvanSix was a Honeywell spin-off in late 2016, and she's been there with Honeywell since 2000. And looking forward to hear your story, Jackie.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here today. It's really great to be here with our partners, with Fujitsu and with Microsoft. Bhusan told you a little bit about our story, but let me tell you a little bit more. Unfortunately, we're a chemical manufacturer, industrial chemicals, so there's not going to be a toast with our products after this session, which is pretty unfortunate for me, I would say. But I would still suggest that AdvanSix has a fairly interesting story. Our oldest manufacturing plant is more than 100 years old. We have decades and decades of operational excellence behind us, but at the same time, we're this brand new company. We've been in existence for just under 2 years. We were created when we were spun off and IPO'd as a public company in 2016. And while I could talk to you all day about the company, just to paraphrase our CEO, we've taken hold of the reins and we are driving the company forward. We've seen some nice growth since that spin-off, and we've got a bright future ahead of us. But when I'm here today, what makes sense today? Just because we did it yesterday, does it still make sense? So we had this opportunity to modernize, to future-proof, right? And we were focusing on a couple of key strategies, the fit for purpose that I talked about, and cloud first. I thought that cloud first was the key to modernize, but we knew what we knew. We didn't know the cloud, right? So enter our partners, right? Fujitsu. We had a little bit of experience with Fujitsu previously, but it was probably a sliver of the capabilities. And as we started exploring, what they could do, we understood that they had a lot of experience with the cloud, and they became one of our key migration partners. Sorry, I'm not advancing the slides forward. They built out our cloud environment. They helped us design it. We went with a hybrid cloud. They worked with us on a tiered strategy of application migration. So we slimmed down the applications that we felt were key for our organization. And then we thought about what made sense, right? Some was a lift and shift. Some were builds in the cloud. So there was a lot of complexity, but we were trying to get the most value out of the migration and drive speed at the same time. They helped us migrate our SAP environment, which we did significant upgrades to. It had more than 50 interfaces, so this is a pretty complex lift, and we did this whole project in under 9 months, and we did it without any disruption to our business, which of course was the key success. So it was certainly with Fujitsu's support and their leadership that they were able to complete that project on time, on budget, and without disruption to the business. But in order to do that, right, we had to find some place that we wanted to host our applications, right? And we're thinking cloud first. So as we're looking at it, is a utility. I want infrastructure there when I'm going to consume it. So if you look at my SAP environment, our operations run 24/7. I've got a production client, and I want that always on and always available because it's always in use. But I don't run operations in IT that run 24/7. I only need my dev environment and my QA environment, say, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Why am I running it all the time, right? If I walk into a room, I flip the light switch, I ask my smart device, I expect the lights to come on. I don't think about what does it take to bring power to that. If I go to the faucet, right, you turn the tap on, you expect water to come out. And when you're done, you turn it off. My children seem sometimes not to understand that you shouldn't walk away, but you're not going to walk away from that resource with water just pouring out of it. Why is my infrastructure running all of the time? Right? And so that's what we're able to do with Azure. There's some finesse to this, right? And that's where having great partners certainly comes in. But if you will, there's governance that you put in place, a tap system, in order to manage that. And then that frees us up from thinking about infrastructure all the time. It creates this efficiency and value, right? So since that time, we've completed this transition. We've converted Fujitsu into our support and development partner. We've got our infrastructure as a utility, and now we're really moving forward to drive, the next steps for our business. How do we continue to transform and drive value? And that's what our partners have helped us do. So thank you.
Thank you very much again for sharing that great story with us. And again, congratulations once again. So we come across several customers, several clients like AdvanSix, several executives like Jackie that are willing to embrace the digital transformation journey aggressively. While we still see several clients that are still hesitant in making their decision around the digital transformation. I would again like to remind everybody about the fantastic Azure assessment program that we launched today for free. Make sure that you take advantage of it. Go talk to some of our Fujitsu members, I believe at the application transformation booth in the exhibit area. They should be glad to help you identify if you would be one of those eligible customers that can avail this. I do want to say that again, in closing, we live in an era where there is some competitor in every single sector that can fly. It really doesn't matter anymore if you can crawl fast or if you can run fast. Either you really learn quickly to fly or your existence might become a question mark. I would again suggest that you go find your ecosystem with whom you can collaborate and create new services, new value, in a co-creation approach to your customers, to your employees. Go disrupt the marketplace before the market disrupts you. Thank you.
We have some time for Q&A. We really don't. We're right at the bottom of the hour, Bhusan, so we won't do Q&A now. If anyone has questions for Jackie, for Tom, or for Bhusan, we'll do it right after this session. Not in 8:36, but please, thank you, Bhusan, thank you, Jackie, thank you, Tom. Please, round of applause for all of them.